Liverpool transfer plans could be shaped by 90 minutes for Jurgen Klopp. With less than 2 weeks until the transfer window closes. Liverpool face some difficult decisions that could shape their immediate future. During the lean summer months, discussion over who starts the first game of the forthcoming season has long sustained Liverpool supporters. It was no different this year, the chatter constant over whether Virgil van Dijk could line up against Norwich City and just who would join Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane in attack. Those issues were all resolved once the team sheet dropped an hour before kick-off at Carrow Road. But if the identity of those involved last weekend was of significant intrigue. On Saturday the focus shifts to another debate that could ultimately prove more decisive in shaping the Liverpool squad for the remainder of the season. And beyond. Which players will Jurgen Klopp leave out against Burnley at Anfield? The Reds boss has made no secret of the fact his squad is, if not top-heavy, then certainly bursting at the seams. That was witnessed during the pre-season friendly double-header against Athletic Bilbao and Osasuna. When Klopp was able to field two completely different starting sides while still having some recognized senior players on the bench. Circumstances meant the matter wasn't really a talking point at Norwich. Andy Robertson and Nat Phillips were injured. Curtis Jones was ineligible due to concussion protocols and neither Jordan Henderson nor Thiago Alcantara were regarded ready for inclusion following their late return for pre-season training. With the latter also carrying a minor injury niggle. Against Burnley, though, it's like only Robertson will be unavailable. Even with 9 substitutes once again allowed on the bench in the Premier League this season. That gives Klopp something of a selection headache. And it may send a signal to a number of players they could be best served plying their trade elsewhere. Which could in turn free up space for a late new arrival or two. Of course, having an almost full-strength squad is a rare luxury. Last season's injury travails were a reminder of that. Each player will no doubt be needed at some point in the campaign. But they quite rightly want as many minutes as possible and, should an early pecking order become apparent, that may sway minds. Some issues could be resolved naturally. Ben Woodburn, for example, was on the bench at Norwich. But is expected to be released on loan, with Scottish side Hearts currently at the head of a length queue. Xherdan Shaqiri, not involved last weekend, is likely to move on, with Liverpool waiting for Lyon to return with an improved offer for the Switzerland international, who continues to court a number of other potential suitors. There is, too, debate over the future of Phillips. His pre-season outings were limited, and with Van Dijk back as a starter and Joel Matip Joe Gomez and Ibrahima Konate all available, he would probably have not made the squad at Norwich regardless. Divock Origi did make the bench, but didn't start either of the final two friendlies. With a second forward substitute role on Saturday, perhaps between the Belgian and Takumi Minamino. And the likely returns of Henderson and Thiago mean that at least one of the senior midfield options is almost certain to not make the 20 at the weekend, should everyone be available. Then there are young defenders Neco Williams and Rhys Williams, neither of whom were involved in East Anglia. Klopp would prefer the former to stay as backup to Trent Alexander-Arnold, while the latter's immediate future may depend on if Phillips stays. Last season, there were early League Cup games in which fringe players and youngsters could stake a first-team claim. This term, though, after Burnley comes only a blockbusting visit of Champions League winners Chelsea before the transfer window closes at the end of the month. Klopp will no doubt want to field his strongest side possible for the game against the Londoners. Saturday's clash against Burnley, then, may well be more instructive in determining who can expect to play a major role for Liverpool this season. And who perhaps won't.